Hello and welcome back. It's been a while. We've been very busy. Things have been busy.
Oh my god. Yeah, tax season, you know.
Tax season. Yeah, it's taxing. So this has also been a while. This is the first spoiler. This is a review for The Batman. This is the first movie we've been to
in the theater
since our son was born.
Yep.
There we go. And yeah, okay. So it got me a little reminiscent there for a moment. Like, it's like, damn, it's been a while. I really enjoy the movie theater. I like the movie theater. If I ever had a hangout, it would definitely be an abandoned movie theater in like an apocalyptic setting. I'd love an abandoned movie theater. I think it'd be good.
Yeah,
good aesthetics.
It's a good thing that you married a former projection.
Yes,
so.
she'll run it. So Katie took me out to see for a little date. The Batman. Let's do the spoiler-free part right now. I like it. I'm a Batman fan though, so like I like it. It was very long. Like, it felt like you could tell that it was long.
Yeah.
Because it had a lot to do and it was really massive, and I kept thinking to myself, I was like, I really wish this could have been like, I mean, like, I hate that I say this now. It's like, this could have been like a Netflix series, or like not a Netflix series, but like a
nice series,
like Watchmen. Like, if you took the HBO Watchmen and you tried to make that a movie, never would have worked. There's so much you have to cram into that series, but it's all very valuable. And I feel like this movie did the same thing. And maybe it's because I haven't been to the theater and everything. I also hate missing subtitles. I hate not having subtitles. I absolutely hate it. Like, it's terrible. Again, I've been spoiled.
Yes.
At one point in time, I'm like, I don't know what he said. Where's this up?
Yeah, which point in time was that?
Some of the Riddler stuff.
Yeah.
Some of the Riddler stuff I didn't hear fully, but my hearing is such trash. Anyway,
I feel like that, like, being in the movie theater too, caused more hearing loss.
Yes, it was loud.
So
it was so loud, super loud. I don't know if that's just because we're old now and we haven't been in forever, or they just like, they're like, overcompensate. Boom, boom.
Yeah, both probably.
Yeah, you're in the game. You were in the game. I really enjoyed the movie. I did like it. It felt like, as a Batman fan, it felt like they were trying to take like an Arkham game and Batman the Animated Series and kind of like merge them together to make something awesome. Like it felt very I feel like those are two versions of Batman that are always like really well represented. Like, the Arkham series I thought was really well. His suit looks really cool, and I thought and like the storyline and the way that they tie everything together in the animated series made that really well. I'm trying to think what else. I really liked it. It was very long. It was very long, very dark, and it's set up for a lot of other things. So I'm hoping to see more from this universe. There is a Penguin series that's coming out of this.
Oh, really?
I think it's an HBO series, HBO Max series or something. But
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that'll be cool. So if you want to see it and you have close to 4 hours to donate, then yeah, do it. Go see it. It's good. Do I have any problems with the movie?
I don't know.
That are not spoiler related.
How do you think it's stacked up to the other Batmans?
Okay, so I really like the Bale, the Christian Bale, the Christopher Nolan trilogy. I really like those because they were gritty, they got real. But my favorite Batman is always Tim Burton, Michael Keaton Batman, 89 Batman. That's my Batman. So then from there it goes out and it kind of moves out, and then it's like Kevin Conroy with the animated series, really like important series, and then the Bale Nolan franchise, they kind of revitalized the whole license after all the Schumacher stuff, because I mean, Schumacher, levity, he was going for something more campy. Not a lot of people care for it. I like Batman Forever. I don't like Batman and Robin. I feel like it doesn't have that many redeeming factors other than Arnold, like the quips that you got from Arnold.
Oh yeah, everybody chill.
And the use of the Bat card when Clooney's trying to buy something, when they're doing their dick measuring for trying to get Uma Thurman or the
whatever. Ivy.
Poison Ivy. Mm-hmm. I can tell you the actress name. I can tell you the actor who she portrayed. But I really like the Nolan trilogy and the realism of it, and like kind of like making it more rooted. I think if they would have started with the DC Cinematic Universe with Nolan at the helm with those 3 movies, I think that would have been the way to move that. Everything else after that, if you came after the Marvel Universe, they're like, you're just trying to copy that. So like it was different. This movie feels like it has potential to do it, but do it subtly. Like not announce it, and it's gonna be dark and gritty. So it doesn't look as much of like a cash printing machine.
Yeah.
As like the Marvel franchise. The Marvel franchise, I mean, like it's.
Yeah.
And everything. If you see any character in there, you could buy something of them. Like Agent Coulson. Here's some Agent Coulson figures. You know, like these movies are a little bit tougher to sell figures for.
Merchandising.
I mean, they'll still do it, and you can get all these as Funkos. But yeah.
You know why? It's because the movie's so dark. You can't see anybody.
It is dark too, though. It's a little, yeah. Aesthetically, it's a little dark too. I really liked it. I think it's cool. I would really like to see more from this. And they hinted at other things. We can't talk about that yet.
Can you do a spoiler-free review of how you think Mr. Twilight did as the Batman?
I think he did really good as Batman, because I think the thing is, he didn't
sparkle.
He didn't sparkle, so there we go. We nailed that. Okay, first off, if you have concerns about his acting chops and everything, his ability to portray, I think The Lighthouse was a really cool, interesting, weird movie, and he was really, really good in that. And that was a movie that had to be carried by him and William Dafoe, and they just played off of each other so well. That's a really good one. If you have concerns about him acting in this, go see that, and I think it'll change it for you. I think he did really well.
I think he did a whole lot better than I was expecting him to do.
And I think the thing that some people will probably get on him for is like this emo thing that he's got going on. But you have to realize also where in this storyline, like he's only been in Gotham for 2 years. That's I mean, like, well, his project, his work in Gotham as the Batman.
What?
Had only been for 2 years.
Oh, as the Batman. Okay.
Yeah. So, in most of the iterations of like where it starts is he's like year 1. It's like he's just angry and unfocused, like for a lot of it, and it's like he's just like an angst-ridden teen. He wants to fix everything, and then as he gets older, he starts to, like the Batman, the character evolves less of like a direct force and just a fist, as to like a whole system of different things he has to do to change the world around him. And then he realizes the power of like the Bruce Wayne side of his Batman, and you see a lot of that in like the Justice League comics and everything. The team will destroy a town, but then like Wayne Foundation comes in and like saves the town, and they pay for everything. They make sure everything's like all the humanitarian efforts are usually funded by Wayne Enterprise. Yeah. So then he starts to play off of that as he gets older. This is not that Batman. This is the angst, trying to make a change, one man only through fists portion.
Yes.
Okay. So that being said, go see it if you want to see it. As a Batman fan.
As a Batman fan. That's so funny.
Well, okay. How did you feel as a in-the-middle Batman fan? Right?
Well, I have to say, like, I can't really follow your... It's hard to follow your commentary, like, as in, like, me come after it, just because, like, you have so much more context than I do. Like, I tell you what, I have not seen the whole Batman that Heath Ledger was in.
Okay, so you haven't seen the Bale trilogy, and you guys haven't seen the cartoon.
I showed it. I showed the first movie.
You haven't seen Mask of the Phantasm.
I have not.
And you haven't played the Arkham games.
I have seen. Well, wait, no.
You watched Which game?
The
first one?
with Catwoman and the Riddler.
Okay, that could be any of them.
See?
So from your so that's her background.
Yeah.
Now, how did you feel about this movie, The Batman?
I don't think I can say anything in a spoiler-free review.
Okay.
Yeah.
But spoiler-free, would you say?
It was it was like an action movie. It was an action movie. It wasn't bad, but it was long, and there are some comments that I have good things. I just can't say it in the.
Well, but that's still valid. From where your background is, you saying that it was long. It was a lot of action.
Ladies, if you want to take your man to a movie that's gonna get his juices flowing, this is it.
Now it sounds like a trap. Okay, so anyway, that's it for the spoiler-free portion, and now 3, 2, 1. This is the spoiler portion of it.
Okay, let me say mine first, because I'm sure mine is considerably less than yours. Okay, I liked Paul Dano. Paul Dano, is that his name? The guy that played the Riddler?
Yeah.
I liked him as the Riddler. I think that of all the Batman villains, that I've seen, I like the Riddler the best. I think he's smart. He makes people think. I like. He's
an accountant in this.
I know. I like that a lot.
He's a forensic accountant, so she's sold.
Yep. I liked the fact that almost all of, and this is gonna sound weird, but I liked the fact that almost all the victims were men. I like that they weren't really. I mean, there was one lady victim.
They didn't use a trope.
Yeah, I really appreciated that. But other than that, and I think that this is a whole Batman thing. I don't know. Is it in all the Batmans? The thing where they do the "I am the Batman" voice, that drives me nuts.
You have to. Okay, so me. Let's picture me. And let's say, I sucked it all in, got it all up, got a suit on, got a bat suit on, and I walk through a subway where a man is accosted. With the world being the way it is now, they're just gonna laugh at me and start filming.
Uh-huh.
I gotta project and.
Well, how would you address them?
Be like, what are you doing, punks?
No, you wouldn't.
Be like Clint Eastwood.
No,
you just shoot them. You have to shoot them. You shoot the bat missiles, the ones that home
the
around.
bat missiles.
That's Mandalorian. Never mind. Okay.
So I mean, I think that I think it was funny how much the police couldn't do anything, didn't get anything done. I liked Catwoman. I feel like a part of the problem with this movie that I found was that Batman was figuring almost everything out immediately. It was almost like he could make no mistakes. But I think the problem with that is because they were trying to fit it into a movie. Like you said, if they could have fit it into a Netflix or some sort of series.
He would have had to work a little longer. And
yeah.
That's what you wanted to see him really work it out, work the problem out.
I like my heroes to be relatable. I don't like them to feel like they're superhuman.
Well,
I'm just saying.
His deductive abilities as a detective, that's one of the things that he trained, and his conquering of the fear. They didn't address his formal training or anything, but in the lore, one of his big things is his detective work.
I know, but he just immediately.
He's smart as shit.
I'd like to at least see some internal workings of his brain, how is he coming up with this stuff? Just I mean, in the end, there are some things that he misses, which I was like, all right. But, yeah, I think it was...
I mean, you kind of miss him, too, as the audience, which you connect with him, though. You connect with him in that moment.
You know which part actually really got me was when he jumped off of the building and he's like gonna use his flight suit and he's scared for a second.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that immensely because then that makes him more human to me.
It also acknowledges that he's been doing this for 2 years. Like, it's like he's, you know, that's probably one of the first times he's had to jump off a building with the flight suit. Or every time he jumps, he still has a human reaction of, oh, Christ.
Yeah, yeah. See, I appreciate that in my superhero movies.
Yeah.
Sorry. One last thing. When they did the little clip at the end where Riddler is talking to Joker through the that was Joker, wasn't it?
We believe it's Joker.
I'm pretty sure.
I think it's all. I mean, it's 100% set up to be the Joker, right?
Yeah. So
I think he had prosthetics on under it too.
He did, and I didn't like that. I was really sad that it wasn't Joaquin Phoenix. I really want him to come back. I want them.
The maneuvering that they would have to undo everything, all the events of the Joker, just to have Joaquin Phoenix come back. Because in the Joker
could have been
Bruce,
totally his.
Bruce is a child.
I know, but in the Joker, it could have all been in the Joker's imagination. The whole movie could have been in his head.
It was a dog's dream.
We talked about that. Anyways. So that's that.
I could see that. Yeah, yep. But
so not that much maneuvering.
Okay, you could just say that it was a dream. That's a very easy cop out. But in the fractured mind of Joker,
yeah,
maybe you give it a pass. You're like, okay, all right, whatever. He did a good job. But do you think he would be good opposite a Batman? I think the Joker kind of played, like, Joaquin Phoenix's version of the Joker kind of plays by itself. I don't know how it would stack up against any of the Batmans thus far.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that I liked about the Joker was that he was so human. And the Batman in this version was not human at all. Not really. No, not really.
He didn't reveal a lot.
Yeah, he wasn't vulnerable.
But this is also because in the storyline, this is the Fist of Vengeance level. This is where.
Oh, that's the other thing. What was the line about, like, I am vengeance? He only called himself Vengeance. Other people called him Vengeance. I don't think anybody really called him Batman.
No, they knew he was the Batman, and his thing was he said, I am vengeance. And then, at one point in time in the film, he realizes that people taking his vigilante style of, like, trying to right the wrongs of society has affected some of the Riddler incels or whatever you want to call the Riddler folks or whatever the
they
fanatics.
Probably are incels.
I mean, it seemed like a lot of it was supposed to be. I mean, because he's streaming, that you see people commenting on the side and, like, you know, gearing up and everything. Which also they said that it was a winter combat mask, which was nice for, like, cosplayers. Like, just let you know real quick, it's the mask that he's wearing, winter combat mask, easily available at all Sunny Surpluses. I don't know what it is now, whatever Army surplus store they have now.
Yeah.
But
those were my thoughts.
Okay. Spoiler portions. I like that they slow played his vehicle into it, but it was kind of like he parked down here. He knew he was gonna end up down at the docks. Did he
see? These are the parts where I can't. Willful suspension of disbelief. It's hard. Yeah. So that was kind of like. But I mean, it's a Batman movie. He's driving around in, like, a rocket car, you know, punching people. So, like, you know, like, suspend some disbelief. Oh, sorry. The part where they totally fucked up Penguin because they thought that he was, like, behind all this or whatever, when he really had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And then they just left him there. I was like, defund the police.
Well, hold on. Hold on. Because what?
Because
he's a criminal. He's still a criminal.
Yeah,
they didn't.
But they were taking the law into their own hands.
Well, I mean, he's a vigilante. Batman's literally a vigilante. And then, like, in the animated series, a lot they'll do things like that, where Batman will be hanging a guy off the roof, and then the guy says, "I don't know anything," and he throws him back on the roof, and the guy goes for his gun, and when he looks up, Batman's gone. but he's left him on a roof, and it's like, how do I get down here?
I'm just saying, Penguin had nothing to do with it, and they messed up that whole freeway, and they got Penguin, and they handcuffed him, and they left him, like, underneath a freaking...
There was a lot of collateral damage to get Penguin.
Yes, who didn't even matter.
I think he did, to some degree. He pointed him in another direction.
Well, yeah, only because they were too stupid to figure it out themselves. Yeah.
He did fall for the Carmine telling him directly, like, yeah, your dad wanted me to kill the reporter, yeah. I honestly thought for a second there they were going to say that the reporter's son was the Riddler, and the Riddler, because he didn't have a father, he ended up in the orphanage. I honestly thought they were going to make that connection.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool. I think it with the seawalls breaking down. I guess I don't know if that's gonna set it up for
the seawalls
for No Man's Land, kind of like a lawless. It's kind of like Well, I keep saying it's a dystopian version of like Gotham, where basically the old Gotham because it was blown away from the rest of Gotham, it becomes its own territory. And then gangs move in and they control sections of Gotham, of like old Gotham or whatever. And I think that would be really cool. I heard people say that there were Easter eggs for like Court of Owls storyline, which would have been interesting too. Like a society, Court of Owls is basically like the reptilian elite kind of thing. Like the Court of Owls runs everything.
It's just funny because our son, he's got this puzzle and there's a parrot in it, and he keeps pointing at the parrot and saying owl, and it's like, that's not an owl.
It's a bird. It's a bird. I mean, close. He got it. But yeah, he knows about the Court of Owls. Jack knows all about the Court of Owls, and he's interested. I'll tell him how this movie goes, and he'll be like, Apple Bodie. Apple Bodie. And yeah, okay, so
anyways, you're doing your spoiler Court of Owls Easter eggs.
Yeah, so there's Easter eggs in there. It says Court of Owls or something. I even I saw some clickbait clip that said that he had some Superman reference in there or something as well. And I don't know about that. I have to fact check that one when I get home. But like, I was like, I did not see that. I didn't see a whole lot of Easter eggs, but also I think it was overwhelming. The big screen again, all over, and the crashing sounds.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I felt like I needed earplugs.
And subtitles. Need subtitles. Okay, so I think that's it.
Yeah. Well, how out of 5, how satisfied were you?
I think I was more satisfied with it than seeing the trailers. Like, I was excited for the trailers, but like I walked out of there kind of feeling like you had a full meal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it was, you go in and you're like, oh, I like this restaurant, you know, Batman. I like everything they usually have to eat here. The Batman. I like all that stuff. And then they bring you here's some Riddlers, a Penguin, corrupt cops, some Catwoman, a little bit of backstory, Batman, here you go. And you just eat it all and you're like, God damn, that was a shit ton of content, but it was good.
Yeah.
So it's long, but it's good. I would like to see more. I
definitely rested my eyes for about 10 minutes.
She was worried I was going to, and I did not. I stayed vigilant. Ever vigilant. All right.
Yeah.
That's it. Maybe we'll see you in 3-4 months again or something. Bye.